how some of that water was getting up to higher where it typically is not. Earlier today, Nicholas was to our south. That was throwing in these easterly winds. We were seeing the surge in places like the Art Museum of South Texas, for example, that was lapping up over the barge dock there. But since today, you know, in the early morning hours, this storm has moved well to the north and east, and its current placement is throwing winds into the coastal bend from the north. And what that'll do, we saw this with Beta last year, is it's going to try to pile up some water on the backside or the bay side of the barrier island. So there may be some inundation there, places like the backside of the Oso Bay or Creek too. There may be a little rise in the water. The winds aren't terribly strong though, so that inundation's not going to be terribly impressive. This, if you're not watching right now, maybe you're dozing off, about to go to bed, one more thing for you to check this out. The erratic center of Nicholas. Watch how this storm since yesterday morning is going to have at least 4 jaunts to it. We'll let this go slowly. There's the first one, a center reformation. There's number 2. Another one early this morning near the Texas-Mexico border. And then one final one right before landfall. It was going to move into Matagorda Bay. And then between about 6 and 10 o'clock, it took a hard right turn and still hasn't made landfall, but it's about to. That being said, this center reformation has been very difficult to predict and forecast for. This is the latest on it right now. 75-mile-per-hour hurricane. Landfall is imminent near Brazos Port. I don't think we're going to see this move offshore again. 90-mile-per-hour gusts there, and it's going to continue again to move in close to Houston as a tropical storm tomorrow morning. Still a tropical storm by tomorrow evening. Lots of rain going to be falling in southeastern Texas. We do have a hurricane warning that is up and posted for the area around Brazos Port. The tropical storm warning still in effect for Refugio and Aransas counties, but I don't think we're really going to see much more in terms of an impact from Nicholas. Everything is subsiding here. There's still a flash flood watch in effect, but that too, I think, could be expired at any moment because I don't think we're really going to see much more wind or rain for that matter, and the surge is going to be diminishing too. So the radar's quiet right now. You can see Brazos Port, the eye or center of the storm, is going to be moving into this part of the Texas Gulf Coast and then north toward Houston. We did get some rain over the last 2 days. Radar estimating as much as 5 inches in parts of San Patricio County south of Sinton. A lot of people between 1 and 3 inches of rain. That's the 2-day estimate. Today, we did get over 2 inches of rain in Corpus Christi, over an inch in Alice, Falfurrias, Rockport, and the Flower Bluff Naval Air Station. So there was some rain around. We weren't necessarily predicting huge amounts of rain. I think it was 3 to 5 inches, and we got roughly that in the coastal locations. Wind gusts. This is from the Weather Service, the highest one in terms of our viewing area, Port O'Connor, 64 miles per hour earlier tonight. That to the south is where we are looking at. I know there's going to be higher reports north of Port O'Connor, but we're not looking at that. This is just for the coastal bend. 45-mile-per-hour wind gust in Corpus Christi. Baffin Bay had a 40-mile-per-hour gust. Right now, down to about 20 to 24 near the coast, gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. We're not going to see these go up from where they are right now. The winds will continue to relax. The rain threat is gone. Tomorrow, we're going to wake up to low 70s, slightly less humidity with those northwesterly winds, and highs in the low 90s. Sunny to partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow is going to be a nice day of weather here in the coastal bend. Tower cam is showing us 75 degrees, a quiet SPID considering it's almost midnight, 11:19, and the dew point less than 70. That's going to be the case tomorrow, and that's why it's going to feel a little bit better in terms of the humidity plus the heat. It's not going to be an outrageously hot feeling day. Low 70s overnight. It will be a little breezy with that west to northwesterly wind, 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, west to northwest wind, 10 to 15, sunny to partly cloudy, less humid, and a high of 91. I actually bumped the alanometer. That's what this thing is right here. My take on the day, up to an 8, which I don't do terribly often during the summer because I'm a fan of lower humidity and a little less heat. Mid to low 90s tomorrow afternoon at the beach. Rip current risk going to remain high. UV index very high. high, 89 at the beach with 4 to 6 foot waves, but improvements in terms of the flooding on area beaches. The next 7 days, quiet, low 90s, pretty close to seasonal average, a little chance for rain Friday, and additional rain chances into Sunday and Monday of next week. Can't forget about this. We are doing it again for this week only, the Hurricane Kit giveaway. We've got a winner for tonight. I don't have the drum, but we have the artificial drum, the timpani. It's rolling, and Miguel Cavazos from Corpus Christi, the winner of the Hurricane Kit. We're going to be giving these away all week.
That's right, they made a comeback.
They made a
by
comeback.
Popular demand.
Partner, I think it was the drum roll. That's why we had him back.
Yes.
But I didn't want to do it tonight. It's so late. Didn't want to wake anybody up with it.
Shh, keep it quiet.
Yeah, we'll keep it quiet.
Very quiet. Very good. All right, Alan. Thank you, and congratulations again to Cavazos.
Good.
Very good.
Buenas
Send in
noches.
your cards, right? Make sure you let them know. Register to win. You could win.